Okay, so for the Lightsworn Supreme deck, contrary to its name, it is not a Lightsworn deck, even though it runs 12 Lightsworn monsters. It's actually a Synchro Fusion deck to bring out Supreme Arcanine Magician. That's the main goal of this deck. It's a theme deck, meaning it's not like based around winning, even though this deck will win you a lot because it's actually pretty solid. It's about bringing out Supreme Arcanine Magician, and that's pretty much it. And it also is actually pretty good. Okay, so we have triple Raiden, the Lightsworn Assailant, double what is her name? Laya, the Lightsworn Sorceress, triple Lightsworn Summoner, triple Lightsworn Maiden, double Armors of Prophecy, triple Patine, the Dark Clown, one Stoic Prophecy, one Solar Recharge, one Reinforce, triple Miracle Fusion, one Dark Hole, triple Spellbook of Secrets, one Charge of Light Brigade, triple Spellbook of Wisdom, double Spellbook of Wisdom, double Spellbook of Fate, triple Spellbook Star Hall, double Fusion Gate, one Grand Spellbook Tower, and triple Breakthrough Skill. And for the extra deck, we have triple Supreme Arcanine Magician, one Michael Lightsworn Arc, one Black Rose Dragon, double Arcanine Magician, double Explosive Magician, one HTS, the Psychic monster, one Orient Dragon, double Tempest Magician, one Vulcan the Divine, and one TG Hyper Librarian. Okay, so in order to bring out the Supreme Arcanine Magician, you need at least one Spellcaster Synchro type monster, and that's either Arcanine Magician, Explosive Magician, Tempest Magician, or the TG Hyper Librarian, and one Spellcaster type monster, so any of these cards will work. And mainly you want to use it with Miracle Synchro Fusion when they're both in the grave to bring this card out and use its effect. This card, you can remove one spell counter from anywhere on the field. He also gets 2 spell counters when he's special summoned to either destroy a card on the field or draw one card. And you can only use this effect once per turn. And it turns out Arcanine Magician, the level 7 one, has a very similar effect where you can remove one spell counter to destroy one card on the field, but it's only from himself. Remove one spell counter from a card you control to destroy one card your opponent. Wait, it's from any card you control? You can remove one spell counter from a card you control. Oh, so yeah, you can just remove all the spell counters on your side of the field to destroy all your opponent's card. Arcanine Magician is really good with the Spellbook Star Hall. I actually didn't know this until someone mentioned it in the comments after I posted the video replay of it. They're like, how come you didn't use Arcanine Magician effect more than once? I was like, because I didn't know you could. That makes this card way better. So yeah, I now know that this card is way better than I thought, and it's brought out really easily with the Lightsworn cards because you only need a Spellcaster type non-tuner. So Raiden is completely fine in this deck since it's a level 4 tuner. And same thing with Maiden, even though she is a spellcaster herself. Summoner is a 1-turn Synchro Summon. You can either bring out one of the level 6 ones, either Tempest Magician or Explosive Magician, who both require a spellcaster type monster on the field. As their non-synchro counterpart. Lightsworn Summoner is a 1 card, well, you have to discard a card from your hand in order to use its effect. Synchro Summon. So this card is amazing, and it's really the only spellcaster type monster that allows you to go into one of the Synchro Summons by yourself. Because you can either get out Lightsworn Maiden for level 6 or Raiden for level 7. And then Lightsworn Sorceress is in here just because she's also a spellcaster type non-tuner. So you can tune her with basically just Maiden because you can only go for the level 7 one with her. You can't go with Raiden because there's no level 8 spellcaster types. And you also have TG Hyper Librarian just in case. I don't think I can really go into him with this one. Since it's mostly a prophecy deck, I have the Armors of Prophecy, so you can reveal one of the spellbooks to special summon out either... Oh, you can't special summon out Raiden. Oops, I accidentally clicked on it. Anyways, you can special summon out one of your Lightsworn monsters from your hand, possibly go for a quick Synchro Summon, but I never actually got to use this effect once, so that didn't really pan out. And Petite the Dark Clown, since this deck has lots of mill, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one of these cards from your deck. And since it's a spellcaster type monster, you can then just normal summon out either Rawdan or Minerva, the Lightsworn Maiden, and just go for a quick synchro summon. So this card's pretty good in this deck. And Stoic isn't really all that great since it only targets this one card that I never actually used once. So I was probably thinking about replacing it, but I was just reading off the one that I used from the video. And then we have one solar recharge. Usually you run 3 of these, but this deck isn't about milling, it's more about, I mean, you do mill, but that's not the main focus of this deck, or you would run 3. I really just couldn't bring myself to taking all of them out, so I just left one in. That's the only reason there's only one. Usually you run 3 of these if you run them at all. And then I have all the generic spellbooks so I can power up Spellbook Star Hall. Really, they're only in here just to power up Star Hall. I didn't want to turn this into a spellbook deck. I wanted to make this a themed Supreme Arcanite Magician deck, and it was already using a lot of Lightsworn monsters. And the spellbook cards are just too good not to use with the spellcaster deck. And then I have 2 fusion gates and 1 grand spellbook tower. The only reason I don't have another spellbook tower, and I'm using the fusion gates at all, is because I didn't want this to be a spellbook deck. I wanted it to be about the Supreme Arcanite Magician and Fusion Gate opened up, allowing you to go for the Arcanite Magician more often. And I think I explained everything in here. But yeah, that's it.